The Diablo Immortal update has just landed, and I'm here to take you guys through everything that's new inside of the game. Remember, a bunch of things are still to come regarding events and such, but a lot has landed today, including the boss training dummy. Right here, we have, well, the dummy that's going to replicate what a boss actually looks like inside of the game and what it's going to look like when you do damage to that boss. It's a nice addition to Training Ground so that we're going to be able to kind of put together our builds to show what kind of damage they could do against a boss. It's a small thing, but for those people that are min-maxing their builds and really trying to make the most out of it to make them the strongest they could be inside of the game with the essences that they want to mess with, that is in place. Speaking of essences, we have new essences for all classes inside of the game starting today, so farming can be a thing again. And as you take a look, I have a bunch over here for the Necromancer, and these are going to be the only ones that I have yet to unlock. As in addition to this, every single class does have some of these new essences that you could start collecting as of today, which brings me to my point of now is the good time for you to start claiming any of the materials you can get over here from the shady stock event that's going on inside the game right here. So boom, we can't grab that, but we can grab a couple of these. We're going to purchase that one. Okay, nice. Not enough combat rating for me though. And can we get one over here? Boom, we can as well. We've been saving these because we wanted to wait until the new essences came. That is a nice piece of gear right here. This one right here is actually quite nice. So in addition to this, we also can come on over and start doing and using some of the stuff that we have in our bags, specifically some of the green magic items. Remember, we were saving these. We wanted to make actually not specifically the green, specifically the regular mystery legendary items, because now the new essences are here. We can utilize all of these mystery legendary items, and it will potentially give us some of the new essences that you've been waiting for. And we're at a new Paragon level as well, since we've hit Paragon 500. So you're in a good spot today to start utilizing these. Also, those green set items, not a bad idea to start pulling those in since we are at the new combat rating. So that is, it's a good time. You don't have to wait, and you don't have to be sparing with those anymore either. Now we have the new familiar changes as well. If you recall from yesterday's patch note reading and breakdown, the familiar stuff was really just changed to how they meld, right? So you could throw another familiar in here. Let's just throw that in there right there. Boom. And then you could meld these two together. It's going to give you that highlight of the one that you're actually saving the things for. Not the biggest change, but trying to make things a little bit less confusing. In my personal opinion, we still have some changes to come over here. In addition to this, though, we're able to now like remove. We can remove them, or we could select a champion to put in the place. So we could just remove this one if we want to, and not have to put something new in its place. So that's just something worth noting as well. That can be done. So familiars have gotten themselves a little bit of a refresh, or a little bit easier to understand now. Again, still more to go. Now, if we take a look at the map also, and we're going to actually go to it, you'll notice that there is only one Terror Rift area. In the past, there were multiple. Remember, Terror Rifts are now going to be open and available for 24 hours in a zone. This means you're going to be able to just go to the Terror Rift, and you're going to be able to dive into it whenever you want. Assemble a party, jump into it together. Terror Rifts are also getting easier, where when you go into the spires, you're not going to have to fight any enemies before the boss spawns. The boss will spawn instantaneously, and you can then take that down, which is going to take down and cut down on the time that it takes to do the Terror Rift. And in addition to that, it's going to take less early on essences to open up those spires. So it's going to be a much quicker and easier way for you to dive in. And as you can see right here, it's open. Let's take a look. Look at this. There's nothing regarding time. As of recording this, it's 7:08. There's no, look at this, time remaining 51 minutes to enter the actually, let's see right here. I thought they were supposed to be open for 24 hours. I wonder if it's just going to continuously update or if it's going to move to a different area in the zone and then just be open for that much time. Either way, it's much easier to enter these, which is actually quite nice, being that the short window that was there in the past definitely time gated people out of being able to get into that. Now, some other changes that have recently come to the game is Inferno 2. Well, it's gotten easier for us, all right? So the combat rating requirements for Inferno 2 are lower than they were previously. Now the combat rating requirement is 33,320. So players are going to be easier or having an easier time as they make their way through Inferno 2. Inferno 3 is still the same, and as you can see, Inferno 3 goes from Paragon 500 to 599, which is essentially 10 weeks of gameplay that we're going to have inside of Inferno 3, and then at that point in time, in about 2.5 months, an Inferno 4 or some other difficulty level is going to have to be created so that we can continue on, unless if they do some weird change where they start to do something along the lines of combining Inferno difficulties, lowering us down in Inferno difficulty levels and lowering Paragon levels than they did in the past. Remember, we were up to like, what was it, 13 or 1400 Paragon. Now we're down to 500 because they slowed the process of that. So Terror Rifts, that's a good change in my opinion. Now remember, we did talk about events that were coming to the game, and we said how a bunch of them are not here yet. Well, first of all, you could still do this, a gift from Crone, so I'm going to go over there and do that while we talk about it. But there's other events that are going on inside of the game that are coming to the game, specifically the Winds of Fortune event, which is when we're going to be able to get double the amount of rewards for everything that we do inside of the game, or for most events inside of the game. You'll notice it's not here yet. That's because it's coming on November 6th. So a lot of times with these updates, we get these things coming, and then they slowly roll out other items for it. So you could still do Wild Brawl, Howler's Hunt, and Shady Stock. Of course, you're going to be able to get yourself a bunch of those greens. We just got another one right there. And make sure that you get your gift every single day. It gives you a couple of these items. Actually, what just happened there? It didn't do the animation for me. That's odd. It's very odd. We've already collected a bunch of the legendary crests, the Telluric Pearls. I'm debating if I want to get the Headless Geyser. It's only a 30-day cosmetic. Will it show it to me right here? It's actually pretty cool looking, and it does fit the whole theme of Halloween. I get sad that it's only for 30 days because this would be something that I would potentially be interested in having all of the time. So really everything that we've taken a look at here is in place, and that is everything that's dropped inside of the game as of today. For me, my grind for the day, and probably what I recommend for you as well, get your dailies done, get your bounties done, make sure that you get your dungeons done as well. And just do a little bit of farming. Remember, we are essence farming right now, and you're going to want to make sure that you get these essences as soon as you can, even if they're ones that you may not be using. It's nice as a collector to have everything inside of the game. The update is a good start to a few more events. I'm looking forward to the Winds of Fortune to get that double XP.